So, hello, good morning. Thank you for joining us today. And we are actually going to start in a seated position. I found this nice balance flow online yesterday because honestly, I've been running out of a little bit of inspiration for my yoga routines lately. So I was like, Google, help. And so we're just gonna kind of start in a seated position, get comfortable, whatever's comfortable for you. Start kind of grounding yourself, preparing yourself for this workout, following your breaths, breathing in and breathing out. And of course, during this workout today, I will have my two partners, not only Greg, but I will have my two kittens, Charlie and Tony, so don't mind me if I tend to move them around. But just really focus on breathing in and breathing out. We'll start by doing some shoulder circles, so start rolling your shoulders back. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, drop the shoulders. All right, we're gonna reverse, go the other way. Inhale, bring the shoulders up. Exhale, drop them. All right, we're gonna start doing some head rolls next. So I'm gonna go to my right first and start rolling the head. All right, next we're gonna go to the left. Keep circling the head. All right, still in our seated position. We're just gonna get a light stretch into the side. So I'm gonna go to my right side first and just kind of reach my hand over my head, get a nice side stretch in there. If you're able to all the way, I know it's kind of hard to see on my camera, but all the way go down on your elbow. Feel free to do that. If you're hanging out up here, you know, whatever's comfortable. I really want everyone to listen to their body. I feel like I preach that a lot, and that's my go-to line. But that's what I want us to focus on, is listening to our bodies, moving with intention, and focusing on our breaths during this practice today. I know it's something I continue to work on in my practice, and I just think it's helpful being more mindful, especially with situations going on and end of the semester coming. I think we need to be a bit more mindful and just, you know, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. So just some other little things to focus on. All right, we're gonna relax and go on over to the other side. All right, we can relax that, bring it back into our upright seated position. And next we're gonna bring our bottoms of our feet together, what's called the butterfly pose. I've heard it called another name too, but I like to call it the butterfly. You know, kind of push your knees down as far as you can, but just something that's comfortable. And next we're gonna kind of walk it forward, bring our body, our chest down to our feet, keeping that back straight. So whatever's really comfortable. I know I think today I'm just gonna chill right here. Sometimes I'm not as flexible as other days, and that's okay. You know, as long as we're here, we're getting a good stretch in. But we're just gonna take a couple deep breaths here. All right, we're gonna sit back up, and now we're actually gonna kind of turn and sit on our knees. Kind of in an upright seated position like this. This one's kind of a different pose that I don't normally do, but we're gonna try it out today. You know, if you wanna kind of curl your toes under your feet too, you can. Put a pillow, whatever you need to get that's comfortable. But we're gonna sit kind of on our knees. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna inhale, and we're just gonna kind of lean it back a little bit. Just whatever's comfortable. Just lean back a little bit. Try to get a good stretch in the legs here. But inhale. And then we're gonna exhale and kind of circle our body over into the front. Kind of round our back out, lean it forward. I think I might try to just put my hands down for some balance even too. And then inhale, gonna circle it back and kind of sit back. Exhale, bring it forward again. It kind of helps to even like swoosh your hands around a little bit. Inhale, sit it back. Exhale, bring it forward again. Inhale, sitting back. Or I keep on wanting to say swooshing it back. Inhale, exhale, swoosh it forward. All right, next we're just gonna get back into that upright seated position, maybe even roll our shoulders out a little bit. That was kind of a good, nice shoulder warm up, I feel. I am gonna kind of tuck my toes underneath my butt for just a little bit, try to sit up a bit straighter. I think we'll kind of take a couple deep breaths here, get kind of a nice little stretch if you feel it. I know I'm feeling it, a nice stretch kind of in my feet before we go on to some other poses in this series today. But we'll take a deep breath in together and exhale. All right, we're gonna go down into our neutral table position and do a couple of cat and cow poses. All right, we're gonna inhale, arch the back, a nice cow pose, and exhale, round the spine into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And of course we're doing cat and cow, and my kittens are not with us. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. If you kind of want to circle your body too, whatever's kind of comfortable, but I sometimes do little circles. So inhale, cow, exhale, cat, finish the circle. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. So this next pose, we're gonna put our hands kind of out in front of us, keeping our legs straight up. So I can't think of what the exact name of this pose is. There is a name for it. I just can't think of it. But we're just gonna kind of put our hands out in front of us to whatever's comfortable. Like if you need to keep them in a little bit more, go right ahead. Do try to get that head down a little bit even, but whatever's comfortable. And what we're gonna do is something that I call thread the needle. And so I'm gonna take my right hand first, and on an inhale, lift it up, and then exhale, thread it through this opening that I've made between my hand and my body, or my torso, I guess, excuse me. And then just kind of rest it there for a minute. And then on another inhale, reach it back up. And then exhale, thread the needle. I think we'll take a couple of deep breaths here. Get a nice stretch in that arm, and in this arm, kind of this arm. If you lay down on it, like rest your head down, you get a nice stretch in the arm. Breathe in and breathe out. And on your next inhale, bring it back up and bring your right hand back in with your left hand. And so now we're gonna go and do the left hand. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, thread the needle. I might do it one more time, like an inhale, lift up, and an exhale, thread the needle. And I'm gonna rest my head down. If you need to, you can, like even if you're resting your head down, put your hand closer to your head. Keep it out extended in front of you, whatever's comfortable. And if you do have any sort of wrist pain, make sure you're listening to your body about that as well. All right, on your next inhale, reach that hand back up and bring it back with your other hand. And now this time we are actually gonna sit back onto our feet and take a child's pose. You can rest your head down, bring your hands in, bring your hands out more, whatever's comfortable for you. On an inhale, we're gonna lift up and switch on over to our backs. Just get a little bit of back work in. We're just gonna lay it down, knees into our chest, and we're just gonna do some circles with our knees. I'm going counterclockwise right now. I'm gonna reverse it and go clockwise. And then next we're gonna bring it into a neutral position to where your knees are above your hips. Make a 90-degree angle. I was almost gonna say ankle. And then what we're gonna do, I'm trying to keep my hands kind of at my side for balance, but we're just gonna go slowly from one side to the other. So I'm gonna go to the right, start dropping my knees down, and then to the left. And I might hit my tree. Yep, I'm gonna hit my tree. You don't have to extend your legs out, but I'm hitting my tree. So you gotta find a way around that. But to the right and to the left. Right to the left. Okay, the next time you go through the neutral position, stay there. We're gonna swing and sit up. And this is the part where we're gonna start just kind of flipping over. We're gonna get into our downward dog position. I know that this is a position I have shown before. I can go over it again, but I tend to like to go from a nice neutral table position. Curl your toes underneath your feet. Lift that bottom up into the air. And then just kind of get into whatever feels a little bit comfortable to you. I try to push my chest closer to my legs. I pedal my feet out because you get in, trying to get that heel down to the ground, gets a nice stretch in the calves. You know, just kind of really play around with it. And then during these next couple of flows, if you ever need to, you can always, of course, drop your knees, bring your toes together, go down to a child's pose. You can always take a rest, take a break, get a drink of water, whatever you need to do, and then always join us when you're ready again. So this next pose, we're gonna get some nice stretches into the legs. You can either kind of just bring your right foot forward in between your hands, or what I do is I lift my foot up, bring it forward, and what we're actually gonna do is we're just gonna drop the knee down, making your leg kind of parallel with the front of the mat, and just kind of rest your body down. I know it's kind of hard to see this position. I'm gonna put my camera down a little bit so everyone can see. I'm a big visual person when it comes to some of these poses. But we're just gonna drop the leg down. So we're getting a nice stretch in this back leg, the leg that's extended out. So you can either sit here. I like to drop down onto my elbows, bringing my body forward. And I feel like with every pose, I always say, but of course, just listen to your body and what's comfortable. I really want that to be a preach of these yoga videos, since I know it's kind of hard. I know for me, it's hard virtually trying to teach, but I think I'm getting there slowly. All right, we're gonna lift it back up, curl those toes underneath that back foot, lifting the body up and bringing the foot that was in front back out to the other foot. So we're kind of in like a push-up position now. Bring it back up to down dog, pedal those feet out a little bit. And next we're gonna bring that left foot forward. So either step that left foot forward or lift it up, bring it forward. We're gonna drop it, dropping the knee down on the ground, making it parallel with the front of the mat, kind of resting down into it. Either chilling right here dropping down to your elbows, bringing the body forward. And now just breathe in and breathe out. All right, we're gonna lift it back on up. Lifting the body back up if you were forward. Curling those toes under that foot to lift that extended leg back up. Lift yourself back up. Going back into our down dog position. Pedal out the feet. Next, we're going to do a couple of lunges this time. So again, either step your right foot forward. Tony, why are you right on my paper? Or lift it on up. Step that foot forward. Drop the extended knee onto your mat. And just kind of play around. Go forward more into the lunge. You can either keep your hands both at your side by your foot. I'm going to kind of twist my body away from my foot. Even putting my left hand down on the mat by my foot. Or my right hand down, excuse me. I'm just lifting my hand up. Looking out towards my living room. My next inhale, I'm gonna bring both of my hands back towards my feet, curling my toes to lift my back leg up, bringing that front leg back to the other one, back to downward dog. Pedal the feet out a little bit. Next, we're gonna take our left foot. So step it forward or lift it up between your hands, dropping that back leg, leaning into the lunge more if you want. I'm gonna bring my left hand to the other side of my foot to get kind of a little bit of a nice twist in there too. Bringing my right hand up to the sky. And this time I'm facing all of you. All right, on my next inhale, I'm gonna drop that and bring both my hands back to each side of my foot, curling the toes, lifting that back leg up, bringing that front leg back to the other one, and bringing it back up to down dog. Pedal my feet out here a little bit. And what we're gonna kind of do next is, I think I've demonstrated this before, what I call the chaturanga. Each different type of yoga calls it a different name, but that's just kind of the one that I've been most familiar with. And so what we're gonna do is, we're gonna inhale, kind of bring it down to a push-up position. Exhale, we're just gonna drop down, laying our stomach to the floor. Inhale, just lifting the upper body up. Opening that upper body. And then exhale, curling those toes under the foot and bringing the bottom back up to our downward dog position. And with this, go kind of at your own pace with it. I'll go through it again a little slower. There are other variations. This is just kind of the variation that I saw was like the easiest. And of course, I like to show the easiest one first if possible. So on an inhale, kind of go towards a plank position that's comfortable for you. Exhale, drop the body down. Inhale, lift that upper body. And exhale, curl toes. Lifting the bottom back up into our down dog position. We'll kind of go through that one more time, but inhale, plank position. Exhale, lower the body onto your stomach. Inhale, lift that upper body. Exhale, bring the bottom up and back into our down dog position. And next, we are actually going to walk our feet towards our hands. Of course, if you need to keep a bend in your knees, keep a bend in your knees. I don't want anyone feeling uncomfortable doing that, but just bring your feet up to kind of the front of the mat. Because on an inhale, we're going to lift the body up. Now you can't see me. Exhale, we're going to bring it back down into forward fold. Inhale, keeping that flat back, placing your hands on your shins, your knees, whatever's comfortable. Exhale, bring it back down into forward fold. And inhale again, lifting back up, raising the hands up above your head. Exhale, back down to forward fold. Inhale, flat back, hands were comfortable. Exhale, back down into forward fold. Inhale, all the way back up. We're going to do this one more time. So exhale, back down into forward fold. Inhale, lifting it up flat back. Exhale, back down into forward fold. And inhale, bring it all the way back up forward. And then on the next exhale, we are just going to kind of go back down into forward fold. And I think we'll just kind of leave it here for a couple breaths. I'm widening my feet out a little bit, putting a bend in my knees. Breathe in, breathe out, trying to relax that neck and that shoulders, letting my hands just kind of dangle. We're going to place our hands back flat on the mat, kind of walk our feet back out so we're in our down dog position. And we're going to go through that chaturanga again. So inhale, push up position. Exhale, lower the body down. Inhale, lifting that upper body up. And exhale, back down into down dog. And we're going to take our right foot first, so step it forward or lift it up, place between our hands, and then we are going to lift that upper body up, making sure that our shoulders are stacked on top of our hips as much as possible. And we will extend our arms out into our warrior two, and as we are all in that position, I'm going to lift my camera up a little bit so everyone can see me a little better. Oh, and I guess I forgot to mention for the back foot to have it come completely flat onto the ground in like a perpendicular position to your front leg. So that was my bad, everybody. But hands up, feeling nice and strong, feeling like a warrior. We're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale, reverse it back. using our back leg as a guide. Inhale, back to warrior two, stacking shoulders on top of our hips. And then actually on our next exhale, we're gonna even drop, either put your right elbow to your right knee to just kind of relax it there. Or if you want, bring the hand all the way down to your foot, to the side of your foot. But exhale, stretching it forward. Just gonna call it that for now. Inhale, bring it back to warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Feeling for that back leg. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, bringing that hand down in front of you, either resting it here, resting it on the ground. And inhale back to warrior two. On our next exhale, we'll reverse it one more time. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, bring it forward, all the way down or on your knee. And then we're just gonna bring our left hand back down to the ground also, kind of going back into that lunge position. And then we're gonna bring our right foot back to our left, back to our down dog position. And then we're gonna go through that chaturanga again before we go on to the left leg. So we're gonna inhale, plank, exhale, lower the body. Inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale, bring the bottom back up into downward dog. And so now we're gonna move on to our left leg. So step that forward or lift it up. Bring it forward so it's between our hands. Drop that back foot so it is perpendicular to the front foot and it's flat on the ground. Lift the body up. So now we are in our warrior two pose again. Nice and strong. Hands extended outwards, looking forward. And breathe in and breathe out. So on our next exhale, reverse it back. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, drop your left elbow to your left knee, lifting your arm up or bringing it down so your hand's all the way on the ground. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse it. And for this, make sure we're getting that nice stretch in our side. I forgot to kind of mention that during the last one. Sometimes I think of things as we're doing the poses. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, bring it forward. Hand up in the air. We'll go kind of through that sequence one more time. So inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse it. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, bring it forward, bringing that hand to your knee or down to the floor. And now we're just gonna place both hands down on the mat at each side of your leg, getting back into that lunge position. Back on the balls of your feet on that back foot. And now just stepping that foot back to your right foot. And I think from there, we'll drop the knees and take a child's pose quickly together. So I can also kind of talk about these next couple poses. So these ones are going to be the ones where we're focusing on our balance, kind of the prep poses, and then the actual balance pose. So just take these kind of at your own pace and whatever's comfortable for you. We will be balancing on one leg at a time. So if you can only get it off the ground just a little bit, that's awesome. And keep it there. I really just want us to, like I said in the beginning, improve our balance. So we'll take a couple more deep breaths here. All right, on our next inhale, we're gonna bring it back to our neutral table position. Curl those toes under the feet, lift it back up into downward dog, and we're gonna start with our right foot. So lift it up, step it forward between the hands. And then from here in this lunge, we're just gonna lift our body up, bring the hands up. And of course for this, whatever's comfortable amount of lunge for you, we're gonna bring the body kind of forward so our shoulders are more on top of our knee. And kind of just think about grounding yourself, especially on this forward foot, because then what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of just push off a little bit. Ooh, if I can even do it. And just balance your foot as such. Try to keep maybe your body in line, as you can kind of see with me. And if you're feeling like you can maybe balance a little bit more, you can even just start to slowly bring it forward. Of course. But breathe in and breathe out. Really focus on that breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, on our next exhale, we can drop back into our lunge. Woo! You got one leg down. We're gonna go into that other leg now. So bringing our hands back down to the mat, stepping that forward leg back to our left, back into down dog. Now either bring that left leg forward or lift it up and bring it forward. Lift the body up, hands up together. I might even bring my lunge in a little bit more. Bring that body forward so our shoulders are kind of more on top of our knee, our forward knee. And then just kind of lightly push off. So we're kind of extending, straightening, I guess, that leg that we're balancing on. You got to put a little bend in it, put a little bend in it. But really focus on your breathing and whatever's kind of in front of you. And even just slowly try to start balancing and bringing your body forward, leg up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and all right, on our next exhale, bring it back down into our lunge position. Ooh. Body up. Bring our hands down to the mat. Walk that forward foot back to our right foot. Drop the knees. My partners are on my little sheet. And actually, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna sit down back onto our bottom. Great job with those poses, everyone. I know those ones are a bit more challenging. They were challenging for me, so we're all in the same boat together. But we're just gonna extend our legs out in front of us. Maybe just do like a nice seated forward fold. Walking those hands out to your feet. But we'll just take a couple deep breaths here. All right, next we'll take our right leg, bend it, cross it over our left, bring our left elbow to our right knee, and get a nice twist in there. All right, we'll release that. Go on to the other side. So bend our left leg, cross it over our right elbow to right knee, or left knee, excuse me, and get a nice twist. All right, we'll release that, extend our legs both out. I'm kind of scooting forward because we're gonna do one of my favorites, and that's just lay down on the ground and roll around and get a nice massage in our back. Just roll around like a little Christmas ornament. I was almost gonna say an egg, but I'm trying to be in the festive spirit. All right. And after we've gotten a good massage in our back, we're just gonna extend the legs out, get into kind of a nice, comfortable laying position. Or if you wanna sit up, you can sit up in a comfortable seated position. But we're just gonna take a couple deep breaths here. Just really focus on our breathing, ending our practice with a little bit of a mindfulness exercise. So we're gonna do some breathing together. So we're gonna breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now just kind of fall into your normal breathing. Close your eyes if you want to. Just start relaxing. Let go of any tension that you are feeling. All right, when you're feeling ready, you can open your eyes or start moving your body around, moving your fingers, your toes. Start slowly waking up again. And when you're ready, come up to a seated position with me. But I'll just kind of end this workout really quick before we get into announcements. But thank you so much for joining us today. And yeah, I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day. So namaste. But that's all I had today.